Hey, yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Scream Scene. Man, I missed you guys so much. I haven't posted in several days here, and it's not because I haven't wanted to. I've been extremely busy opening my new store, Retro Reware, in Dothan, Alabama. Doing some prepping for my next movie, Cock Killer. I've put in quite a few orders lately, which I haven't even got to tell Krista about, but I got Krista with me here tonight. Miss Krista, what's going on?
I am just sitting here with my dog who just got fixed, so he's been a little extra, but it's nice to finally catch up with you.
I know. Oh my God, dude. I hate when we don't get to do these because they are so much fun and there's so much to talk about right now. The Collector, one of my favorite horror films in my top 20. It was just announced. I don't know if it was just announced. They've been hinting at it for a while, but several days ago, a lot of posts started going viral. The talks are real. Basically, The Collector came out in 2009. The collection came out in 2012, which was part two. And sometime after that, they were talking about doing part three, and something happened. It had something to do with like the rights to the film, and I guess studios pulled production, or at least that's what I've heard. But now, here in 2024, we've heard that this is actually moving forward. I don't see this on IMDb as of right now. And usually, as you know, Krista, if we don't see it on IMDb, we don't take it too serious.
Hmm.
But it does seem like this is real because some of the big dogs, some of the big sites, people who get the information most of the time directly from the sources, are talking about it. Now, I suggested to you the other day, whenever I seen this information come about, I was very excited. I said, Krista, have you seen this? You said no, but you made it a priority. You watched the movies. What did you think? You watched one and two, right?
Yep, I watched them both. I thought they were really good. I would definitely watch them again. I would say, like you asked me earlier to rate it. I would only give it a 7 just because I didn't really understand the purpose of why he was doing what he was doing. The kills were great, the booby traps were great. It's just I think the storyline was lacking a little bit for me.
That makes a lot of sense, and I can't even be mad at you. And in fact, I loved them so much that I forgot all about what his purpose was or the storyline. It just seemed like he's a sadistic guy playing this game, and you don't even wonder, like, why is he doing it? Like, he just has a thing for, having his own museum of tortured humans. Um, I'm a huge fan of blood, gore, practical effects. There's a lot in these films, but I think what all of us want to see is where they can go from here. It's just like
Mhm.
Terrifier 3. How can you outdo Terrifier 2? I want to know, how can they outdo the collection, the last film. And in this film, I don't know if you're aware of it, has a cult following. People were going ape shit on the internet this last week about this information. It was a
Wow.
little shocking to me because I know I'm a huge fan, but I don't meet a lot of people that are like, "Oh man, I'm the biggest fan of the Collector series," and dude, people were losing their shit.
Had I seen it back, when did it come out? Like, because I am surprised I've never seen it before. Is it
Well, it
like,
came out in 2009. The first one did, the Collector.
mm,
And then it did well enough to where they said, "Hey, we got to do another one," and then they dropped the next one, the collection, in 2012. But it's been a long time. However, the films stand up to the times, if that makes sense. Like, if you, even though they came out then, if you watch it right now, it looks like something that could have came out in the era, in this period of horror that we're in right now. Like, it really, it's just, it's timeless.
it was, I would agree with you 100% there. I didn't get that vibe like, oh, it's like an old school Jason movie where it's sometimes the graphics aren't as good as some of the newer ones are, but it was shot really well. Like the way that the scenes were set up and the traps were set up, it was so like sadistic, and that's one of the things I loved about it so much. It's like you don't know where to walk. Like you have to watch where your step, and people that I just want to know why they're there. Like, what was his purpose? Like, how did he get started in wanting to collect people? Like, I don't get that. I want to know more.
I hope that is something that they definitely address in this third film. And I think that, you know, if they seen, you know, these film people are watching. I don't care how big they are, what they got going on. You know, they're keeping their ear to the ground, and they're listening to see what's popping, what's not. Because I mean, the way that horror works nowadays is for filmmakers is when you get a buzz for something, that's when more money comes in, or that's when you start like getting more serious. Like from the time you write a script, you're serious, right? When you start pre-production and putting it together, you're serious. But when you see there's a bunch of people standing on your heels, so freaking excited that this is happening, you can no longer move at a certain pace. Now you have to say, "Oh shit, we have to deliver." There's no we let's try to deliver. We have to. And I think that that pressure right there is a good thing, because usually the distribution companies are stepping in saying, "Look, we want to get behind this. We're going to put this in 2,500 movie theaters." That's what a buzz on the internet can do for you. You know, this film, I mean, like I said, it's had a cult following, but it seems that people are so excited for part 3. And as far as we can see here, they haven't even started filming it yet.
I had no idea they were even coming out with it, and I totally like you. I think it's totally buzzworthy because I would be excited to see it, just to see what they could do with the movie. The character development was lacking, but they gave you hints to where he's got a deep personality. Like he would keep a favorite alive in the house, like a
Right.
favorite human, and he didn't kill him right away. It was like, who does that? Like,
That's true. You know,
there's something in there, he's got some kind of emotional sympathy for some reason or another. Like maybe it reminds him of his parents or his sister or something happened to him.
yeah, and he seems very intelligent. He almost kills gracefully, moves in a sadistic elegantness, if that
Mhm.
makes sense. There's something about this guy that's like he's like a high caliber, very well calculated killer. And
Those scenes where he would spy too. He'd be like, when that couple was having sex, he was like watching them, and it's like, I don't know if he was entertained by it. I didn't get pervert vibes until he came after the girl and was trying to touch her too.
yeah.
I can see what you mean. Like he very graceful. Like he was there, but he wasn't. Like he moved quickly. you know.
Yeah, they did a lot, considering, you know, you can only see so much. One thing that I've never been, and when I say this, see, I don't want to sound like a hater in the littlest bit, because I'm not. Obviously, I love this. I love what they've done with this film. The only thing I always thought was weird was the contacts they put on him and the mask. Like I didn't quite feel the mask. However, it just works. It's worked enough to make me a super fan, but I always felt like it was a little weird. Like, why did they go that direction? It's kind of bland, I guess. Did you feel that at all? Did you feel like he looked weird, or was that something that didn't cross your mind?
I don't think it crossed my mind so much because I was more watching the kills that he was doing. I was more watching the results of his actions, not really how he looked, because I didn't really find him scary, like his appearance at all. But I don't know if it was him that was supposed to be scary. It was what he was doing, that was scary. Sorry, the dog is
Yeah.
over knocking things over.
He's mad about his justice rod.
He is. he's he's in a mood.
Well, you know, they have the film, The Collector, the original 2009, 1 hour 30 minutes runtime, under horror thriller, synopsis. Briefly, for anybody that doesn't know, desperate to repay his debt to his ex-wife, an ex-con plots a heist at his new employer's country home, unaware that a second criminal has also targeted the property, and rigged it with the series of deadly traps. So just imagine, ladies and gentlemen, you're planning a heist, and while in the process of committing this heist, all of a sudden you're targeted by another individual that plans on capturing you, torturing you, and putting you on display for his personal enjoyment. The collector is truly psychotic, sadistic, in a beautiful way. And you can only say that when you're talking about movies, man, because God forbid if this was reality, this is truly the terror that none of us want to witness. But I love what they've done with this so far. I hope it continues to be a franchise. And I mean, uh, director Marcus Dunstan, writers Patrick Melton, Marcus Dunstan, stars Josh Stewart. Love Josh Stewart, Andrea Roth, Juan Fernandez. Great people in this cast. And there's a lot of other names tied to these films, man. I mean, they've done some incredible stuff with this film. And to see everybody so excited about there being a part three, um, I've been wondering when it's going to happen, praying it's going to happen. If you checked my search history about 5 months ago, I was on Google looking to see if there was anything about a part three before they ever announced there was going to be a part three.
That doesn't surprise me.
I wanted it that bad. I thought, man, this is something good. Why would they drop the ball? It had to do really well because there is a cult following for it. But movies are a weird thing, man. Sometimes they got to have the studios to get them done, and maybe with the movie like this, nobody wanted to try and do it cheaper, cut corners. They're like, oh, this is something so great, we don't want to mess this up. If we're gonna do it, we got to do it right. So they've been at the mercy of right time, right budget, and hopefully it's now.
I think it's right up there with the greats like the Saw franchise and Hostel, the way that the killings are set up. And I think I could totally see it being continued because people love that kind of stuff. It's just what, they're into that. What did you call it? Beautiful torture or something like that? Beautiful horror.
Yeah, it's horribly awesome. It's horribly awesome. I love it. Yeah, I mean, some people would call it torture porn. It's got those elements in there, but it's just got a great story. It's got great acting, great color correction, lighting. As you mentioned, the way that it's shot, it's beautifully shot. Looks like a very good picture, man. And I never got to see the previous films in a theater, and I'm so big about that. Like, I don't have to see everything in a theater, but things that I really love or are really excited about, I have to. And if there is a part three, I can't wait to see it on the big screen, man. I've always just been that's my thing. Since I was a kid, I love seeing a picture on the screen. There's something different about it. And then I love watching it on my TV at home and revisiting it if it's good.
There's nothing like the movie theater. The popcorn, the smells, like the screen, the surround sound. It's just amazing.
Yeah, hearing other people react the way you do. Ooh.
If you're lucky, you'll hear that, not some knucklehead talking the whole time. But
Yeah. Turn off your cell phone, man, or else the collector is coming to pay you a visit.
oh, that's great.
The dog won't be the only thing getting neutered. You better watch out.
You sound like the Deadpool. They have him right now at the theaters. Deadpool and
Oh yeah.
the X-Men movie. Yeah, that's out.
That just I think that just came out today.
Did it? Yeah,
I think
probably.
I think so. I am a fan of Deadpool. I got a Deadpool tattoo on me on my right on the back of my right shoulder. I have the first Deadpool comic ever released, graded. uh, I am a fan of Deadpool, and Hugh Jackman, and I was very excited to hear that they had him coming back to play Wolverine because he said he wasn't going to do it no more. He was done, and somehow I don't know, Ryan Reynolds talked him into it.
screen without him or Ryan Reynolds. He's hilarious. He's like the Negan of the superhero world.
That's
His
so funny you say that. I heard somebody else say something like that. They must draw that same comparison.
To me they do. That sarcastic, like Negan is everything to me. I
Mm,
wish like I wish I could have been killed by him, you know?
damn. All right, Negan. So we need you to come back and shoot some special spin-off so you can kill Krista.
Do it. Just
Well,
one back.
I'm super stoked, dude, about everything coming out, man. Terrifier 3, they just released the trailer for that, which, guys, we're going to probably end up covering that, so make sure you stay tuned. But Krista, any last words for the screamers out there?
I missed all you guys too. It's nice to be back. So hopefully you can let us know what you think about them movies if you've seen them in the comments.
Yes, let us know in the comment section. Give us some love down there, guys. Right down there. Go ahead and shoot us some love in the comment sectioner. Yeah, I was super stoked, guys, for all things to come out, and most likely we're going to be covering. So make sure you're subscribed, liking, commenting, notification bell on, all that good stuff. But I love you guys so much, man. We'll see you in a few days. But until then, screamers, sweet nightmares.